we did get set up for our next run. We are still rocking the fox, unfortunately, so the rest of these will not likely obey us. Oh, I know what's going on. I don't have my headset plugged in. Ha 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 ha. JK, JK. There we go. Now we got sound. Since we're using the main vertical here, let's get us some chat going on. Aaron, welcome back. Let's get some chat going on here. We'll get some recording going on there as well. And of course, the game's going to have some slight issue with that, it seems. So, we'll close that. Close this. Close this. And I think that'll help a little bit. Just a smidge. Cool. That's acceptable. How you doing, Aaron? Got done with my work company party deal and had some good food. Never win any of the raffle prizes, so that's nothing new. That one looked different. Hopefully I tuckered my kids out. My work party was at the zoo. So, we're hoping that they had some fun. Oh yeah, I have to be on the lookout for Dragapult. Okay, so it's showing up with an image of yellow Tatsugiri specifically. And I don't know if that's yellow specifically or if that's just a symbol it shows for those. But we're going to throw literally all of our candies at Talonflame and hope for the best. Apparently there's a cat in my office. Watch that one that I gave be the tipping point. Ha! It was. That's freaking funny. Okay, we're now rocking a level 55 Talonflame. Gonna drop our save. Welcome back, Marcus. Okay, apparently we're saving again, which is fun. Okay, so they are still owning Fox, which means we might have to do this the long way. Ooh, if I can catch all of them off guard, I won't have to worry about terrestrializing, I don't think. Okay, yes I will, because I needed the stat boost, apparently. Oh, I think I might know what's happening. There. You know what? I'll take it. That Tatsugiri can memento all it wants, as long as it doesn't do it when I find the shiny. Doing well, Marcus. How about yourself? You super effective. Oh, really super effective. Glad to hear it. Alright, Snowzilla. Where are we at? To be honest, this is kind of expected behavior. Oh! Oh! I was genuinely not expecting that. That's about what I expected. So Gokuchu is going to listen to me then. Okay, and it's just going to get its butt spanked, apparently. Well, that's a great question there, Aaron. I was fixing to hunt Tatsugiri. However, my lead Pokemon is Fox the Phoenix, which is super weak to Tatsugiri. And I'm getting spanked. Pomo is now listening to me. So I think I might be able to swap in, which, you know, will resist the water type moves a little bit better. Baxcalibur's still not going to listen to me, but it seems Pomo will. So I need to go find something else to hunt that has a chance of listening to me. Take out a bunch of Pokemon, the whole 9 yards. So could hunt an Oinkologne. And there's this mystery next to Loyalty Plaza. On the off chance that it's the Matcha Pokemon, we'll go for it. Ayo, Shark Lord, welcome. Shark Lord's back. Back again. What's our outbreak? Yes, I did arrive at my destination. Sentret! Sentret! For a Centric outbreak, Sentret outbreak, I don't see very many Sentret. Okay, so that's not gonna give us much anything. Is that the only outbreak? No, we got Apom, but nobody wants Apom. So we got Skiploom for outbreaks. Oink alone for outbreaks. Still got Greavard, but I already finished that one up. And a Dunsparce. You know what? Let's go do Dunsparce. That seems like a good thing to do, as long as I can... I feel like I can get up there. Yeah. Yeah, I can get up there. But I'm going to have to approach it from this place. A bit busy recently, but you can actually stay for like all stream for the first time in months. Solid. Solid performance. I love it. Marcus. Well, I already told you, Marcus, but Sharklord, we had a phenomenal stream last night. We're talking like 1,300 views came through while it was live. It somehow only had like 19 likes by the time it was all said and done. And it was worth 85 solid watch hours. To put that into perspective, that's 1/40th of like what we need for watch time in one stream. Ooh, super jumps. Love to see it. Okay. We'll level our 30. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to look for another pink Dunsparce. One, because we need Dunsparce. Two, as many Dunsparce as we can find, we have chances to evolve them into the rare, segmented Dunsparce. And overall, we just need to level up Pomo. So. And evolve him. But yeah, Pomo is now listening to me because I believe I caught him at like level 28. Which was below the threshold. Okay, I'm sitting on a Dunsparce outbreak, but there are no Sparcies. They are very sparse. And not very done. Autocorrect's a bit off today. Autocorrect seems a bit unhinged today. Yo. Okay. Let's just clear the refuse here a little bit. Thank you. Ooh, XP candy. Hopefully you're going to get to set up your Switch 2 tomorrow. Your sister's account is jacked up, so you can't transfer until she fixes it. Oh, that's a bummer. Is her account supposed to be the main account or something? Oh, that Sparsey raid's looking a little bit less sparse. There we go. Yeah, Marcus, he did. You know what? I should really make you Discord moderator too, so that you can actually see the goings-on of that channel. But what would be stopping you from transferring your stuff over and using the Switch and leaving her stuff on the old Switch? Shadow Wolfman just subscribed. Well, thank you so much. That should put us at like 93, I think. That's awesome. We're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, 93 beautiful ones. Like doing some shiny hunting, Shadow Wolfman? Oh, hello, Vigoroth. My fighting type doesn't know fighting type moves. How embarrassing. Nice. Well, we will be doing much of that on this channel as we are striving to get the Shiny Living Dex. Oh, Zorua. Oh, that was unfortunate. Oh well. Oh, I should really pay attention for messages. Favorite shinies are Midnight Lycanroc, Satitan, and Guzzlord. You know what? Those are some fantastic shiny choices. I dig it. Especially that Guzzlord. Seems like the chat is in agreement. It's starting to go down. Okay. Now, by technicality, I can't... if I do use this Dunsparce for my run, I cannot fully evolve it. Because if I evolve it, that would be in the Dupes clause. Now, I don't need all 18 shinies since I can only have a team of 6 at one time. So I think we could count this one for some progression. Keep it as a Dunsparce to avoid the Dupes clause. I think that would be acceptable. Demita, welcome back. How's it going? Hi, Altaria. You're looking suspiciously like attacking me. Least favorite, Tandemaus and Maushold. I think my least favorite thing about Maushold is that you have like 0 control over when it evolves. Which, you know, to a degree is just replicating actual family dynamics. You never know when your family of 2 is going to become a family of 3 or 4. So like that is pretty funny and accurate at the same time. Anna, welcome back! At this point, Anna, I do have to ask. Because somebody did say they were from the Philippines, and it might have been you. Are you saying English names with autocorrect, and that was supposed to be Entei, or are you listing names for Pokemon in a different language? Volturb. You don't know how to spell his name? Eternatus. Eternatus. There we go. Yeah, that would work. It's so silly. Giant snake thing Pokemon. You just never know with phones these days. No, but I would not be opposed to having a shiny Fido. Like having a Fido outbreak. That would be pretty sweet. Hey, no worries. Here, Shiny Pillsbury. Nah, I gotta find it and have it have my original trainer name for it to count. I want to outbreak hunt it. I think it would be nice. Oh, that is a whole heap and pile of Dunsparce, isn't it? Not what I wanted to do. Basically at the end of Shield, yeah. It seems really goofy. Kind of is, not gonna lie. If I thought for a second that that Shroomish was shiny, I would counter it in a heartbeat. Hey, welcome back, Ruben. I think that's a shiny Tropius. Is it not? It is a shiny Tropius. I probably should have saved in hindsight, but... we can Thunder Wave it. Ruben officially brings the good luck. Okay, this is a 16 level overpowered bite with a health tank. Shouldn't be that bad. Yeah, okay. Question is, Does Tropius learn damage inflicting moves? Because if this bite crits, which it tends to do, we're SOL. Okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. It failed. Failed whirlwind. Can it succeed if it fails? Whew, that was anxiety inducing. There is a shiny Tropius that we found while hunting for Dunsparce. Technically not usable for the run, but cool all the same. That's what we get for sleeping on that Tropius raid the other day that we weren't strong enough to encounter. That Cyclizar's running on air. You guys see that, right? He's just like, oh, I'm coming for you. Apparently. Oh. That's unfortunate. Cyclizar can't swim. Anyways. Someone save him. Oh no. Hey, gimme ghoul. That Vigoroth looks funny. So naturally, it had to die. I'm actually a little shocked I was able to notice that shiny difference. Oh, those were Staravia in the middle of those. Okay. Very nice. Well, so far we're basically averaging a shiny a stream. Whether it's usable or not, that's a different story. Hey, Starkiller, welcome. You missed it by that much. I'm just now realizing that not only do you not level up or evolve if you're battling in this manner, you also don't learn any moves. Doing well. Is today the day you abduct a possum? You think we help each other with shinies? Seems like you catch a shiny every time you watch my stream. Just caught another shiny tarantula. Gonna help the decks? Nice. It's a community sport, really. Okay, now we need to pay very close attention to these Dunsparce, because it should be getting about time for that message to pop up. I would really hate to miss it. Darth Raven, welcome. I think I pressed the wrong button there. And I also forget all the time that possums are nocturnal. Yeah, they did. It was epic. I just need to figure out what happened last time so I can do it again. Fletchender, leave me the crap alone, bro. You ain't got nothing I need. Gosh dang it. Threw off my groove. Okay, not many left. That is the message we're looking for. Forgot how long it takes to hunt for shinies at full odds? It takes a little minute, unless you're not looking for them, and then you just run right into them. Your dedication to the stream brought 1 billion people here. No doubts. So now that you're here, it's going to start ramping up. We expect big things from your presence. Oh my gosh, that didn't take long at all. One picnic. Shiny Dunsparce. Hiya. Hey, Untouchable Gaming, welcome. I just realized that you're chatting in a way that's to say, Untouchable Gaming 19 said hi. This whole time I've been taking it as you had said hi, but I missed the message. And so you're responding again saying, I said hi. That's how I've been reading those. It just now occurred to me. Shun spars. Ooh, ow. That is not a nice thing to do, Dunsparce. Gokuchu fell asleep. Oh, that was an instant breakout. It's not an electric bug, it's a normal type. It's not even a ground type. I think I might got a good... That is... What are we doing? Sleeping Dragon. Bug's name is now ruined forever. Didn't we name the original Dunsparce Pink Bug? Like, I'm not misremembering that, right? Sleeping Dragon. And I was saying earlier that technically this would violate the dupes policy, so I'm just not allowed to evolve this Pokemon. And then I break no self-imposed rules. I don't go against my Nintendo way. My Nintendo way. Dom-de-Bomb. What's up? I think my kid's out of bed. He is most definitely out of bed. Not much. Don-de-Bomb. Don-de-Bomb, 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 Don-de-Bomb. Better be careful with doing that. They might actually think I'm singing the real thing and demonetize my stream again. Because that's always fun. We were going for a shiny Tatsugiri, but Gokuchu was too weak sauce, so we kind of came here to level up, get him up to snuff. Found a shiny Dunsparce, so technically we can go do a Titan or something of the like. But at this point, I'm kind of just curious if I can get another one to spawn quickly. Like, we won't spend a lot of time here because we already got what we came for. At this point, it's just the more we find, the greater odds we have of finding one that evolves into a form. But that's not important to the run. In Dunsparce, there's probably better ways to hunt him, so I'm not spending a whole lot of time on this adventure. We'll probably go, and actually should go pretty quickly now that I think on it. What time is my switch say it is? Oh, we got time. Just gotta make sure that the spawns aren't gonna roll over. I should probably think on a false swiper though. That would be a brilliant plan there, Marcus. More pink bug. What we need is more pink bug. I'm pretty sure more just spawned in. I was shiny hunting Dunsparce. I already found it. I'm just too weak to do the Tatsugiri that I want to do right now, because they're like level 50. But I'm going to do one more picnic reset and then work on some story. And then we'll see if we're high enough level after that to take on Tatsugiri. If not, we'll go troll around in the water area and thunder shock the crap out of everything there. Can we have fun with the fans? That entirely depends. If I connect to the internet, is it going to get rid of my Tatsugiri raid? Or spawn? It's ironic that we're still so close to that Tatsugiri raid. He would be good. Let me do a quick Google search here. That's what it's saying there, Dom to Bomb. It is showing that it can if there's event-specific stuff going on already. But other than that, it doesn't. Oh no, we can do it. There's not currently any active events that I haven't already updated for recently, so connecting to the internet shouldn't reset things. All right, fair enough. What is it exactly that you're wanting to do with joining up anyways, Dom de Bomb? I've already been to Puerto Marino. I can just fly there. Kofu ran so far, so fast. I gotcha. Mainly just have fun. You know what? Now that I look at Kofu, he kind of looks like his eyebrows and beard are supposed to be crashing waves, which is, you know, the vibe that they were going for. I just didn't catch it at first. Oh. That's awkward. That moment when? Oh, but those are all such great moves. Eh. We don't take naps here. When I realized that I don't have electric moves still. Yay, Scooby's evolving. So soon. They grow up so fast. That would be 5. Browse. He is off on the right there. Shrink him down a little bit. Last respect sounds interesting. Oop. What did I just move? The chat. Scooby ate some Scooby snacks? Heck yeah. Okay, the user attacks to avenge its allies. The more defeated allies there are in the user's party, the greater the move's power. I kind of dig it. And there's nothing that Crunch is super effective against as a dark type that like Ghost type isn't, I don't think. So it's like King Gambit? Yeah. Can you actually lose this test? I think I asked that last time I was here. I guess I lost. Too far. There we go. Oh yeah, I guess I should add Dunsparce as a member of the team. And let's get some electric moves. How about that? How about that? You gotta go to work. How does that feel saying, Marcus? Oh. Cancel. It's kind of weird. Ain't no way our fighting electric type only gets access to one freaking fighting move. Like, what? What can I teach you by TM? Low kick. Yeah, not much. For my inevitable battle with Nimona that's gonna pop up out of nowhere. What are the odds? She just happens to be close by. You have a great night, Marcus. And a great shift at work. You know, as I'm adding in Dunsparce, since we aren't evolving it into its Gen 9, I don't know as it should count towards the Gen 9 only run. Yeah, I don't like the way that Dunsparce looks there. Just got Pomo, Espartha, Arctic Backs, Houndstone, Dunsparce. Yeah, but we went into it knowing that Fletchling was going to be the exception, is the thing. And that was just due to probability, due to Pomo being the literal only thing we could have gotten at the start of the game that wasn't either Gen 9 or something that we used in a previous run. So while Dunsparce technically wasn't used in a previous run, it isn't Gen 9. And if we count Dunsparce, then we have an Ampharos and a Tropius to count as well. There's a whole bag of worms. Oh yeah, she's gonna ghosty ghost it. And I think I'm like the initial route towards the lighthouse. You can only get 2 to 3 Palmy encounters per lap. The odds of a Palmy are pretty abysmal. Hi, cat. You're amazed how a dog wolf can use a sword? It is a little random, isn't it? Let's go level up on some Tatsugiri. I don't think we're in a dry enough spell to pull out the stops. Or a shield even. The shield kind of makes sense for Zamazenta because like it is the shield. Like the shield actually becomes a part of its body. Whereas at the end of the day, the wolf dog is biting onto the hilt of a sword and using it. Time to train. We're going on a montage. So it's got me out leveled. Yeah, it's still not happy with that. It's resistant. I actually don't know. I didn't have electric last time I used this. Let's go for it. Go for it! Oh, gosh, no. That's abysmal. Ooh, Slowpoke would be not a great option, would it? This one wouldn't be bad. Shiny Hunt Tatsugiri. Yeah. Oh gosh. Maybe. Well, that's the code. That's you? Well, that would check out. Angel Rose, welcome. How's it going tonight? Glad to hear it. I need to level up on some Pokemon before I can do much of anything. I need to be at least level 51 to easily deal with those Pokemon. Do you get the dogs as permanent Pokemon? Yes, we do. Are these stronger or weaker than? Those are stronger than so much. Well, actually, they're about the same. So, excuse me, Luxury, I was speaking. That's not gonna work. That wouldn't work. That's not gonna work. Guess I'm kind of in the zone that Medali is gonna be like probably the easiest place to actually train quickly, anyways. Where the heck are all the Pokemon at? Yeah. Poison Dragon, yeah. That was a delay. Do a few battles like this and yeah, I can't even like attack the Tatsugiri at the moment. So I gotta get at least 4 levels up. Welcome back, Aaron. That being said, Union Circles don't inherently enhance shiny hunting. I mean, I guess they kind of do. I think it gives like 5 extra spawns. Or 10, yeah, 5 to each person. So if I would normally spawn in 30, it would spawn in 35. And it does enhance the sandwiches if you have the ingredients with which to make said sandwiches to begin with. You are right about that, Aaron. It makes it easier to get a level 3 sandwich. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Angel. Like, it increases the amount that can spawn, but you're also giving up some of your spawns to your person that's there. Like, it is very negligible, but it shouldn't be decreasing, but half the spawns will be theirs. So if they move, you can lose the spawn. Apparently he's gone. My Palmy was just going for it. Yeah. That's what I was remembering it too, Angel. Like, the spawns get split between both parties. So I could see a shiny that spawns for you that you don't see as shiny, and if you walk away before I can get to it, it despawns. And same for me. If I spawn a shiny and you see it and I walk away before you can get to it, it's gonzo. There is if I close the union room and open it back up. Oh, well, that Tropius left. You're saying when you're in Union Circle, Pokemon spawn less? You don't get more spawn, and they least likely to spawn if you stay together. More likely if you separate. I mean, that could be correct if they updated it since the game came out. Early game data mining was saying the opposite of that. But evidently, the game is showing that that is the case because there are far less Pokemon here than there normally would be as well. So, I don't think you're wrong, Angel. It's been probably about 3 months since since about 3 months after the game came out that I was actually following that the best. Well, I'm not shiny hunting at the moment, so I don't really need a whole grand amount of spawns. I do need is levels. I seem to recall finding some candy along the way. Yeah. Okay, I'm at least level 50. One more level should do it, I think. Nah, that's fine. We'll get it. We're already basically speedrunning this run, so I'm not really too concerned. Yeah, like 43 large candies. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, Angel. I just had to do that because I've been auto-battling, like, this Pokemon's entire moveset here. And hadn't done any move updating, and it wasn't prompting me to because it was auto-battling, and it doesn't do that. So I just had to go in and learn all of its moves that I wanted to have. So when it eventually evolves into its final form, I'm going to have some actual moves that it can have access to that are fighting type, because right now it's just got Arm Thrust, and it's kind of sad. Oh, Sudowoodo is so fast for no reason. It is such a wacky Pokemon. Wait, what? Okay. You thought the Primeape was shiny? That would be sick. Doing a little bit of light reading here before I continue and proceed much further. It is, yeah, it's looking like Union Circles can have a benefit to shiny hunting in that I don't have the shiny charm. So if Dom has a shiny charm, I benefit from that. Oh, I just defeated a Zorua. Yeah, so in this case, there would be absolutely no benefit to doing an outbreak shiny hunt together, since it's only going to decrease the potential amount of spawns at any given time. moment of truth for this dealio. Okay, let's try it better this way. What? Well, that's a crock of crap. I am stronger than level-wise, but it's still a no-go. Not without items, which is why I'm coming to the Pokemon Center. Apparently, I can only buy super potions. I don't know Dawn to Bomb. I don't know, because I obviously am not going to be defeating any Tatsugiri anytime soon. Because they are wrecking my Fletchinder. I'll give it one more shot with Fletchinder and see. But I'm pretty sure they were pretty badly wrecking Fletchinder. Like, I don't even think it was getting a successful KO in. I think I'm just going to have to reset spawns and try again. Yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna have to disband, reset, and try again. And maybe pick back up with the Union raids when I can actually have the Shiny Charm and Herba Mystica to even benefit anybody. As much as it sucks to have to get rid of that raid, or not, I keep calling it raids. Spawn. Oh no, that's not necessary, Angel. That would defeat the challenge of the run. Snover. Sharky boy. That's what's up. I would say that's worth the reset. That is our false swiper, too. Okay, what level are you going to be, Charky Boy? $27? Not bad. Yeah, this is not an ideal spot for it since the grass is taller than its face. But I think we'll do alright. Hi, welcome back, Untouchable Gaming. Oh crap. Charcadets are aggressive. You're throwing in the towel for Shiny Piplup. How are you hunting it, by the way? Just waiting until the numbers were low, then just going back and forth till you get a shiny. No shiny charm and no sandwich. Well, that's why you're giving up. Like, oh my gosh. That's 1 in every 4,096. What's stopping you from getting a shiny charm? Loading, Aaron. You getting the buffering wheels of death over there? Or is that just a statement of it will take 6 eternities to find a shiny that way? It's annoying looking through your decks and seeing what you do and don't have. It's a necessary evil. You're trying to find Applin, and this stupid apple won't show up. Aaron, do you have the DLC? Unless we're talking about shiny Applin, then that changes everything. Oh. Okay. I I got something something. Shush, kitty. If you want an easy Applin, right here. It makes no sense, but if you come up from Artisan and go right to the right of Crater of Paldea on this little peninsula looking thing, these Applins, if you run straight into them on a sprint, it'll shake the tree, Applins will fall out. Your aunt has a cat that has calico markings, orange cat markings, and tabby markings. We don't know what type of cat she is. Yeah. I struggled to find mine and then found a guide on the internet that said to go there. Found it within a minute. Actually, I found 3 of the ones I was looking for within a minute. You named her Evie? Nice. That's a great name. Unironically enough, you can also find said Applin in the Tag Tree Thicket, if I'm not mistaken. The outbreak is definitely getting lower. Doesn't look like it over here. We have an orange cat and a black cat. And my black cat is like the most intelligent, dumb creature I've ever seen. Like, we're talking stretches out to open up doorknobs to get into the pantry to get food, but will also suffocate herself with the plastic bag. That is a shiny Charcadet. That's a shiny Charcadet right there. Just coming after me. Nice. A female, shiny, Charcadet. Quick ball it. Because we ain't playing around with that. And I didn't give me the chance to save before it caught me. So, we caught it first. And now I can, in good conscience, take on Kofu. We also need a nickname for Charcadet, keeping in mind that it will be a Ceruledge. Fire Ghost wouldn't be bad. Ghost Knight. Ooh, that kind of slaps, not gonna lie. All is right with the world here. Sharkadet. And then we'll change this one to Charcadet. Okay. Magic from Marvel. I think Ghost Knight takes it though. Change nickname. And it's exactly the length that needs to be. Okay. And that was before we even got the final message. Charcadet just wanted to be shiny and be on the team. And we thought it was going to be difficult to notice it here. But we got Ruben in here, so naturally the shinies just have to spawn. We also had Star Killer in here as well, so double trouble. You're gonna go? Nice. You have a fantastic evening, Dom da Bomb. I can read letters sometimes. Star Killer is always here. Indeed. Watching you, Sludge Bomb. Always watching. There we go. See you soon, maybe? Alright. We'll see you when we see you. Hopefully it will be soon. I'd like that. Should be streaming again tomorrow night, same time. Give or take an hour. So who do you use the Master Ball on? Honestly, in that game, I don't think I think I used my Master Ball on Reggie Gigas. Also, I have no idea where I'm at in my message chain, because I haven't been paying attention. Tomorrow night, Donkey Kong should be available around midnight. So soon? What day does that game come out? Was it a July 17th release? Thursday. What do you do when you first come across a shiny Pokemon for the first time? You thought it was a glitch and you turned off the game thinking it was a glitch and needed to restart your game? I mean, I began playing back in the days of Red and Blue, so like they made kind of a point of, hey, shiny Gyarados is a thing, but I'm pretty sure when I was trolling through Fire Red Leaf Green way back when, I destroyed more than a couple weird looking Caterpie and Weedle. Talonflame, what are you doing, bro? Oh, what? Okay, well, we got one shiny Charky Boy out of that. You know what? Actually, one's not enough. We're gonna do that again. Pay attention to the messages. The first shiny you ever came across with a shiny Starly, and you don't know it was a shiny. Nice. That sucks. Your first real shiny was a Gengar? The first shiny I ever hunted, intentionally went out of my way to go and obtain, was shiny Regigigas and Sword and Shield. And that was because I was beginning streaming content on Twitch, posting videos on YouTube, and nobody had found shiny Regigigas because they were too busy hunting, you know, Regidrago, Regieleki, all that. So I took the smart approach, realizing I only have enough time to shiny hunt one and maybe come out on top with my free time. So I just rushed through the entirety of Sword and Shield on a second save file before the game came out, and then caught exclusively like all of the Regis, traded them onto the one game file, and then immediately started shiny hunting Regigigas like 2 hours after Isle of Armor came out. I think I was officially the third person to actually record evidence of shiny hunting it. Or successfully finding it, rather. Somebody posted on Twitter like 3 minutes before I found my shiny. But they didn't have a picture of it. They just posted, said they found it. And then somebody else had claimed that they found it, but didn't post a video of it, so I was like the first one with video evidence is what I mean to say. Shiny Sunflora is garbage. Nah, it's not terrible. I mean, it's a shade difference for sure. Ah, there are not many Charky Boys left from the original Outbreak. That's the message we wanted to see. No, it's not. You like yours? I didn't say I didn't like it. I just said it's kind of garbage because it's not that much different than the original. But no, there is an obvious difference when they're standing next to each other. A little bit harder to tell in the wild, but you can still tell. And as long as you can tell without like scrutinizing it, it's a good shiny. You want to know your Pokemon Sword and Shield team that you transferred to Violet? Sure. Crap. Charky Boy got me. Turn around, bright eyes. I probably shouldn't sing that song. But that's basically what we're looking for. strolling up to these Charcadets and be like, look at me! Look at me! I don't know what my first actual shiny was that like encountered me that wasn't scripted. Because I was playing through 2 copies of the game and I can't remember which one happened first, and I deleted the streams for it. But it was either unironically, it was either a shiny Magikarp that attacked me in the Isle of Armor. I was trying to run away from a school of them that were like flopping down the river, going to the ocean, because there's sometimes waves that do that. And one of them jumped up, slapped me with its tail fin, and said, "Here I am, love me." You look funny. Anyways, or I was trying to defeat some Aegislash prior to entering that one dragon city in Sword and Shield. And the third one I went to destroy was that brilliant red and black, beautiful, shiny Aegislash. Have you played the new Fantasy Life game yet? No, I have not. What is this Fantasy Life game? Come to think of it, I think I might have heard of it being talked about on a Nintendo Direct somewhere. But no! The only Nintendo Switch 2 game I own at the moment is Mario Kart. Oh, and Hogwarts Legacy, which I haven't even plugged in. It's a game where you benefit in multiplayer. Oh, you can play multiple lives at once? That's interesting. Sorry for missing comments and questions. Looking for the blue eye in a red haystack is locked in. Problem is, these things move, and they move so dang fast, I can never tell, like, if I looked at them or not. Alright, you had a Cinderace named Zuko, naturally. Eternatus named Shenron, also valid. A Dreadnought named Rocky. I'm not getting the reference at the moment. Persian that you get from the kid, and a Halucha named Chad, and also found a shiny Choodle in Violet, so you replaced Rocky. Okay. And a Gastrodon named Swoop. Not bad. What in the potential shiny Shroodle was showing up there for a second and then vanishing? That was weird. The better one for a shiny Dreadnought is Jaws, so you named it that. Okay, that's a little bit more in tune with the rest of them. Like, when I was reading the names, being perfectly honest, and this may offend people, I don't know. But if your name's Keith, it might. It's the nicknames there is kind of similar to that one family you know that like has their firstborn named Oregano and like their secondborn named Basil, their thirdborn named Cinnamon, and then they just have a fourth for no reason and they name it Keith. You know? Like, you have those really, really creative names, off-the-wall names, and then just, they always do one. And it's just the most generic IT computer tech guy name ever. I say that as I'm literally, basically, in IT for my job, so... You saw yourself go online. Was it an out of body experience, Starkiller? Was it serendipitous? You didn't ever think you would finish our Isle of Armor on your save? We believed in you. Why wouldn't you finish it? Am I going to play through the new Pokemon game when it comes out? I absolutely am going to play through it when it comes out. And then I'm going to shiny hunt through it after I play through it. We're going to play through it on one profile and absolutely just story point A to point B as quickly as possible. Then we're going to turn around, switch it up. We're going to play through it on my main save. We're going to catch all the Pokemons, maybe trade them over, I don't know, but catch all of them. And then we're going to get the Shiny Charm, and we're going to do a Shiny Living Dex there. And we're hoping that this channel will be up and running fully by the time that comes out. Like, I don't want to use the momentum of Legends ZA to get the channel monetized. I know we'll do it if it comes to that, but I would rather have it established before then. That's kind of why we're on the grind right now. Is so we're already sprinting when the game comes out, basically, is my vision. So we got half of July, August, September, and part of October. So basically 3 months to find the next 900 subscribers. We're easily going to have watch time done by then. And the funny thing about subscribers is the more that you have, the quicker that watch time accumulates, in theory. So that's the plan. I need to actually get the comments. You don't think you ever finish the Isle of Armor on this save? Well, good. Means you have something left to do. Your name is the only off-the-wall name in your family? Now I'm just gonna have to remember who I sent stuff to, because I know I've sent you something. And I know your name. But I'm not remembering it as like a random off-the-wall name. Because I also sent you sent Jay something in like the same week. So I also know Jay's name. Or at least a name Jay gets mail at. On Christmas Day, the first shiny Pokemon you want to try to get is the Poodle. That's a fair request. Hey Ruben, you have a fantastic night. You don't know your name because we used your mom's eBay account? Okay. Then I don't. Your name starts with an O. Yeah, then I definitely don't, because that is not anything close to what I sent. There are so many Charcadet here. What even? Shiny Komala? What? Is that you? No? Okay. It's not even a Komala either, so... Got double tricked, I guess. Heck yeah, you see a GameCube behind me. I have like 3.5 in this room, actually. Ooh. Looks like we are officially at 95 subscribers for the stream. Well, not for the stream, but you know, for the channel. We're getting locked in. It's either pink or an ugly brown color. Pink sounds right though. Oh, yeah, yeah. It just changes what it's holding. It's one of those disgusting shinies. Oops, I got attacked. The light goal is done too. Well, let's trigger a new one. Gotta have something to work towards. Hopefully we'll get 1 billion people this stream. It's not looking super promising for that, but we are at 15 concurrent viewers, so like we are getting there. Because this is like kind of how it started off last time. Like I started at 12 though, and by 3 o'clock it had just exploded. So we'll see. Unfortunately, I don't have the luxury of staying up that late tonight to see if I can get it to happen again, but it's all it takes. People coming in, liking what they see, vibing with the energy and all that, and slapping that subscribe button so they don't lose the channel. That's all it takes. And we'll get to our goals in no time. And I haven't even started posting videos. This is all live stream so far. You will stay up all night. I mean, that's neither here nor there, Star Killer. It seems these days it doesn't matter whether I go to bed or not. I'm going to be tired, so. Truth be told, though, last night I did almost just not go to sleep. Last night was the closest I have been to be like, you know what? We're just pulling an all-nighter in a very long time. Ultimately thought better of it, but I almost said, you know what? Let's be dumb. You know what, just for fun, we're going to make our last half hour amazing of a sandwich. You remember pulling all-nighters out of high school, and those are some terrible work days? I believe it. Okay. And a level 3 sandwich is superior to a level 1 sandwich because it offers more powerful effects, particularly for shiny hunting and encounter rate boosts. Level 3 sandwiches require Herba Mystica. That's great. Level 1 sandwiches, easier to make, can be created with basic ingredients, don't require Herba Mystica. Limited effects, primarily offered basic sparkling power and may not be as effective for boosting specific types. But it doesn't say, like, how that actually factors into the rates. You just bought that Mario game and it's not as fun as you thought it would be. Which Mario game did you buy? Please don't tell me it was Rabbids. Oh, 3D world, or yeah, 3D. I mean, it was from the Wii U, so there's that. It's not a bad game. It's just not, like, my favoriteest game ever. Yeah, you like Mario Wonder a million times more. They really should have done DLC for it. I don't know. The same can be said for Pokemon in basically any game in reality, but I don't know. I don't get the most enjoyment and entertainment out of Mario games or Donkey Kong games. Like, they've been around for 30 plus years. It's all the same stuff. Like, I know each game has some sort of innovation or thing, gimmick that it does differently that incorporates all that. Like, I like Mario 64. Love Odyssey, but at the end of the day, every other Mario game, it's just Mario. Time your jump on the enemy, get to the end of the stage, you know? Like, it's a whole mechanic, and some people just really, really, really like the mechanic. Kind of like how you can give me the same basic Zelda formula game after game after game, and as long as the story's a little bit different, I will play it happily and be like, yas, let's get some of this. And I'll be cool as a cucumber, you know? But Mario and Donkey Kong, but Mario specifically, incites a rage in me like no other. Everyone has that moment when they realize they watched this show as a kid that no one remembers. When they realize they watched this show as a kid that no one remembers. Are you talking about Everybody Hates Chris? Like, is that what we're talking about? Am I misunderstanding the context of the sentence? As not. As, not has. Everyone has that show, has that one moment when they realize they watched this show as a kid that no one remembers. Oh, okay. I follow you. That's what I thought it was saying at first. But I'm like, a dangling participle? Who has the kid? What's Everybody Hates Chris? The show similar to Malcolm in the Middle, basically. I don't like the cut of this Greedent's jib, but it's not shiny. So there's a good reason for it, I guess. Oh my gosh, Star Killer. You're killing me, Smalls. The show that made Frankie Muniz famous. And the show that everybody knows Walter White from. Who's Walter White? Okay. We found a reference that you recognize. We're good. So help me. If you were going to say, who's Walter White? I was going to cry a little on the inside. Hello again, Untouchable Gaming. Welcome back. Welcome back. Breaking Bad is where you know Walter White from? Yeah. Yeah, the actor that plays Walter White is the father in Malcolm in the Middle. Malcolm in the Middle is a show about, you know, Malcolm being the middle child and getting treated how middle childs tend to get treated, or something to that effect. I don't know. But Everybody Hates Chris is very similar to that. Except for with Everybody Hates Chris, it's kind of more of an intentional, out-of-the-way mean versus a neglectful, like, oh my gosh, we just kind of forgot you existed mean. Feel like you need to watch that show now? Which one? Interestingly enough, the actor that plays Walter White kind of has this thing in all their shows where at some point in the series of the show or the movie that he is in, he will be in his underwear on screen at some point. Kind of like how in every single movie that Owen Wilson is in, he has found a way to incorporate... Wow. into the script. And I have yet to find an exception to this. Not that I've been like actively looking, but if I do pop in a movie, I'm like, oh hey, Owen Wilson's in this. I do look for it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You hate Mr. Mime? Not gonna lie, I did my picnic and saw my Charky boy sitting there and was just like, oh hey, a shiny Charcadet. I was like, well no duh, it's gonna be there every time you picnic. It's a guaranteed spawn. Guess I gotta go over here and make sure I don't have anything spawning over here. Mr. Mime. I like how Pokemon teased Ash's dad all the way to the very end by pretending they would finally show who he was. I feel like we got done dirty as a fan base, though, honestly. Like, there's this one episode where Ash was supposed to go and meet his mom and his dad. I think it was like at a restaurant in like Viridian when he was on his way back, but his dad had to jet off to wherever before he got there. And sometimes I kind of feel like Ash's dad was more of like a deadbeat and just dabbed out, and the mom doesn't have the heart to tell Ash. Because like, to my knowledge, you never hear him speak with anybody that is reporting to be his dad. So it's not like he's calling up his dad and be like, yo, I'm over here in this town. So the real theory is Professor Oak, Samuel Oak, is actually Ash's dad. And Ash just inherited all of his looks from his mother. It's either Professor Oak or Giovanni. Honestly, being Giovanni would explain so much. Especially for why his dad happened to be going to a cafe in Viridian, of all places, around the time where Ash was going to Worlds. When Ash is the real Silver all along. Because, like, I like the theory that the old man that gives like the grand chairman of the Pokemon League. I like to think that that is Ash from the future. Because, like, he would have the connections necessary to pull that off easily, like 3 times over, I'm sure. Either Celebi, Dialga, or something else. Jirachi. He's encountered, like, every legendary and mythical there is. So, like, he has the resources at his disposal to make it happen. Not to mention all the cool tech that, you know, Bill and all the scientists are working out that could probably create a time machine, which is canonically possible in the Pokemon universe, so I don't see any reason why he couldn't. But just the fact that in the Pokemon Forever movie, at least I think it's that movie, we're basically shown that Oak gave Ash Pikachu not just because of his... it was the last Pokemon he had available to give Ash, but because he made it so that it was the last Pokemon he had available to give Ash, because Ash had to have that Pikachu. Because Ash and Pikachu saved Samuel Oak when he was a kid with a Celebi adventure. Now that plays into the movies and the anime are kind of, sort of, for the most part, independent universes. But there are a few crossovers that tie a lot of them together in some weird web. So, you forgot about that? Do you think Egan from Coliseum is Ash? Honestly, could be. Yeah, so Professor Oak is Samuel Oak as a kid, and basically gets saved by Ash, Pikachu, and Celebi. Or, well, he tries to save Celebi or something and gets saved by Ash and Pikachu, saving Celebi. And so he has met Ash before he gives Ash his first Pokemon in the main timeline. You had that Mrs. Oak, when a kid teleported into the future and saw Pikachu and Ash together as a team? I mean, there was some time travel shenanigans. I think Ash went back to the past, but it's been so long since I've seen Pokemon Forever. Oak could have gone to the future with Celebi. I can't remember the events that well. Knowing all the older Pokemon shows and movies are, it really shows how garbage the new show is. A little bit. When you can watch Pokemon and get slapped in the feels, like, oh my gosh, the Mewtwo movies go so hard. Like, I'm sorry, if you can say Pikachu in a way that, like, brings tears to your eyes, some pretty powerful stuff going on. Like, if you can invoke emotion in people by saying Pikachu, you're doing something right with your voice acting job. They really doubled down on that insecure, bullied characters with the new girl, and the show doesn't make the characters build up to anything. They are just handed everything like legendary Pokemon are. Oh. Well, I think the whole freaking theme with Scarlet and Violet is bullying and how it's bad and all that, isn't it? So that kind of tracks. 10 more minutes on a Sammy. Holy cow, this has been a long sandwich. Crap. I've been swarmed. I don't know. Like, it's the entire theme of the game, Scarlet and Violet. Like, with Team Star, Penny coming back. Crap, I didn't jump fast enough. But it is, I guess, the first time they've had an excuse to have Pokemon have anything to do with school. So maybe they're just trying to capitalize on the... Today's Pokemon fans are school-going children. They may get bullied in school. Let's do episodes on how to help deal with that. Ash dealt with it by throwing hands with Mewtwo. That's how he dealt with it. It's not a good theme. It just creates victims and how everyone wants to be bullied. Be a bullied kid because they get the attention. I mean, there's definitely a thought there that kind of stands out. I feel like the more things are focused on, the more things there tends to be found, and maybe it wouldn't have been as big of a deal if the attention wasn't there on it. Kind of vibe. Kind of the idea of you're going to find what you're looking for, and if you look for opportunities to take offense and you look for opportunities to feel bullied, it's going to come your way a lot more frequently than just looking for opportunities to not do that. Overcoming bad situations or finding ways to deal with unfortunate situations is something you would find more suitable for people to look up to. I agree with that. The actual tools emphasis versus the this happened emphasis. This is how you deal with this. You end up like Kieran if you cry about it too much. I don't know. I have an interesting way of thinking about bullying and being bullied and all that. Don't know quite how to articulate it though. But basically, when I was in high school, elementary school, middle school, junior high, high school, they all had different dynamics, right? Like, elementary school, I was one of the popular kids based on actions, at least from my own perspective. Middle school, I was kind of like halfway there, you know? Like, I didn't fall into the shadows because we had elementary school like first through fourth grade. Then we had middle school, which was fifth through seventh for whatever reason. And they combined like 7 different elementary schools into this middle school because like whatever your status was at the school, the elementary school you were, didn't really translate over to the middle school. I mean, for the most part, the popular kids of each school tended to hang out together, and like I wasn't shunned from that group or anything. Like I would go and talk to them, hang out with them, whatever. But really more kept my distance and hung out with the band kids, the video game nerds, the the skaters, and I hung out with the football people too. Like I didn't have a clique in high school. I never got beat up. I was that kid that people would get involved to get things to stop for the most part, because I was used to wrestling with my brother, who would have been in junior high at the time and could kind of hold my own a little bit. So anybody my own age didn't really stand much of a chance unless they had me by like 100 pounds, Like, and I'm not a super big person. I'm actually really small. So it really just caught people off guard more than anything. But all that's to say and set up, like, I think everybody has the propensity and ability to be both the bully and the bullied, and we're usually all somewhere in the middle of both of those scenarios. Nobody, I don't think, is ever really 100% out of it, There are people that, they might be 1% or maybe 5, so really, really low, but there's always going to be somebody that they're slightly more mean to than everybody else, in my opinion. Now, I know for myself, people tried to bully me in middle school. I don't want to say I was bullied, but like when it comes to did this happen or did this not happen? Yes, it happened. So yes, I was, but it never got to me. So like it wasn't successful is what I mean to say, just because that was my own mentality, own doing. Like, had a very much, man, there ain't nothing that you can do to me that I'm gonna go home and cry about. Like, I got an older brother. He knows how to dig at me way more than you guys ever could. Like, this is nothing. Stand me up on a date, whatever. It sucks, but I'll get over it. But in that same vein, there were also kids that I bullied by outright being a jerk, and other kids by not realizing, hey, this is actually digging a little bit too deeply at this person. You should knock it off. Some were out of the way, others accidental. None of it ever really with malicious intent, just this happened, you know? I ended up having to touch base with those people, those two people, before we left high school, and like actually sincerely apologize, because it did bother me by the time I graduated. I was like, you know what? I was a jerk to these two individuals way more than would have been remotely necessary. And like, you can't undo what you did. And I wasn't ever like terrible to the point of like I'm poking and just won't let up. Like, these two kids, I alleviated crap given to them way more than I gave it. But I still participated in giving them some crap. Like, there's always that, like, that person that they get given crap, right? You know, and it would have just been as simple and short as a one-off, here's a zinger, move on, you know? Didn't have to be nothing, ain't nothing, just a comment. But they respond to the comment, which invites another comment. And then they respond to the comment, which invites another comment. And they're just getting zinger after zinger after zinger, because they don't realize that it doesn't matter what comes out of their mouth. The person that they're talking to will twist their words against them. Like, just because their naivety invited such comments. But I was able to put a stop to a lot of it, but I definitely had a few zingers in there that, you know, that wasn't necessary. Don't worry, Brass, you won't bully me to make you feel better. That's good. I don't think you can be a streamer or a video content creator on the internet if you can't handle people poking at you. And there were a few people that tried on the main channel early on. You want 9 shiny Eevees? Or to hunt their Evos? That would be good. Third to 5th grade, you were bullied. Just name calling constantly for things you couldn't help. Moved in mid 5th grade and explained to the new friends what happened. Came up with a plan that they would use. Nice. Communication does wonders. Unfortunately, sometimes that communication is a fist to the face, but still, usually does wonders. My parents operated us under the rule of, you don't start nothing, there won't be nothing. If somebody starts something, you're entitled to finish it, but you better not be starting anything. If somebody starts something, you have full permission to finish it. We'll come get you. We'll listen to what they said happened. If it matches up with your story, then we're good. And that's how my kids are going to be raised. Because my experience with 2 of the fights I was in school, there was a teacher, an administrator, watching us get poked at. Until finally I egged him into punching me. And then the gloves were off. Like, I had to have the camera showing me get decked first. Then all bets were off, and it was great. Yeah, they just wouldn't... These two fights, they wouldn't leave us alone. We asked the teachers, hey, can you get these kids to leave us alone? And they're like, no, they're just playing. I'm like, no, they need to leave us alone. No, you're fine. They need to leave us alone. And then they watch the kid punch me. I back up. They watch the kid go for it again. And then he's on the ground. And they're calling me into the office. So... my kid's gonna have full authority. You better be on camera. They better throw the first punch. You better not be running your mouth. Everything will be good after that. You were bullied in 4th grade, told your friend to, and they crash out and called his mom and takes to the boy and told him bad words. Worst years of school were when you lived in the city, because being the only white kid is the worst thing that can happen. Don't know how many times your shoes got thrown in the sewer. Oh, that's terrible. That ain't cool. Yeah. Can you change your words? This is getting boring. She never name called you again. Okay, that makes more sense. I was reading that separate from your initial one. I'm like, what does that even mean? I gotcha, Shauna. Same words. Aha. Came up with a plan that they would use. Same words, phrases until it didn't affect you anymore. Moved back to previous school. Same girls, same crap. But after 3 months, you looked at their leader and said, can you change your words? This is getting boring. Yeah, once you take their fun away, it kind of stops. You're glad you went to school before cell phones? Yeah, it can be brutal now. Kids are nasty, mean individuals. Vicious. Like, could you imagine? Well, I guess you probably can because we were there, but the amount of setup it would take to make somebody go viral. Like, you would be that weird kid for even trying. Like, the amount of equipment you would have had to have on you, you would have been like a walking desk to be able to record somebody and post it on the internet. Now you can just do it with your phone. You had cell phones, but they weren't used how they were today. Oh, no. It's like, oh, I got a mean text. Oh, and some people are just naturally predispositioned to care more about what people think of them than others. And, like, I care about what people think of me if I care about the person, you know? Their opinion matters to me. And there's very few individuals that fit that criteria. It's like, listen, all these people telling me name stuff, they're not doing it because they have my best interests in their mind. Do regional forms count towards Pokedex? Not really, no. Maybe at some point I will include them. But for like the actual Pokedex, no, they don't. If you have a Sandshrew, it's going to register in a Lowland Sandshrew as well, or vice versa. Sorry. Well, let me back up. For completion and getting shiny charms and things like that, if you catch an Alolan Sandshrew or a Sandshrew, it's going to count for Sandshrew. Doesn't matter. However, the Pokedex does register specific forms in a forms dex, which is independent of the main Pokedex that we would think about completion-wise. Hopefully that's clear as mud. Also, once again, we've had 26 concurrent viewers on this stream for like the last 20 minutes, I want to say. If you guys are new, enjoying the content, enjoying the shiny hunting, life lessons, talking, all that, smash that like button. Let other people know that they might enjoy this as well, and smash the subscribe button so that you don't lose the channel and you can find your way back the next time we're live. That's my little plug. By the by, we are officially out of Charky Boy sandwiches. What little we did have. So, let's go beat Kofu and move on. Where am I? Where am I? Over here. That's where I am. We have a Capsicid outbreak too? What? Oh, that just ain't right. Dude, I got 18 minutes. Less than that. Like, I gotta get ready for bed. I got work tomorrow. And if I change the date, it's gonna reset my stuff. See, now I can't go to bed. I guess. So you're using your Switch to collect Pokemon in Sword and Shield so you can get your Shiny Charm. There you go. Basculegion, catch the white one. For some reason, that one mattered. Yes. I am not live every day. Roshan, welcome. Hello. Sorry I missed your comment for a few minutes. We get to them eventually. I did see that the new season of Dan to Dan started, and I am so excited to watch it, but I haven't wanted to just jump into it because that show is delightful to binge watch. I don't know as I want to wait week to week on that one. Heading to bed now? Shauna, you have a great night. I was making a Dan to Dan reference earlier, Starlord or Starkiller. Starlord. Starlord. Come on, man, Starlord. Starlord is a nerd. Um, Dom de Bomb. I was saying their name to the Dan to Dan theme song. That's why I was saying I probably should stop singing that before they actually demonetize me again for that song. Aaron, you have a fantastic night as well. Thanks for popping in and chilling with us. We're now at 32 concurrent viewers somehow. Like, yeah, we're hitting that midnight, like, stretch of there be people here. What is going on with 12 at midnight? You know? I like it. If that's you heading out Untouchable Gaming, you have a fantastic night as well. Love Trio. You will demonetize the stream. Don't worry about that. I'm not worried about it. It's not so much just that it gets demonetized, it's like that it gets blocked in countries, and that's the weird thing. Yeah, it was dom da bomb, 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 dom da bomb. Kind of fits, doesn't it? You got a Watt boosted Baneri Shiny. Ooh, playing that sword shield. I dig it. Also, what do I need to give the people to get the malicious or auspicious armor? Do you remember, Starkiller? What I need to trade for that? Oh, right. It's not going to be fighting type here in a second. Ha! Kofu juked me. All I know is I don't feel like I've picked it up because I feel like I remember the name of the stuff that we're supposed to give them. But I also haven't spent a whole lot of time up by Sinisty where I'm pretty sure that stuff is found. What? Why was that so hardy? Ah, Espartha was in that as well. Espartha obeys. Did you know Larvitar evolves at 30? That's insane. 56. Or 55, I think. Up to level 35 will be easier to catch and will listen. Chilling waters. Pardon me, hello. I don't like how Paldea does their champions, by the way. They really like crazy hair and SV? Yes, they do. Always double save. And that is going to be our stream time for today. So, have a fantastic day. Good night. Star Killer, get some sleep. I feel like you need that as much as I do. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow.